Okay. Hi, everybody. It is Janine. Hi, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in to our live. This is our head instructor, Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hi,
how's it going?
everyone.
And our precious guy, Shooter. We love him so much. We're just doing a quick live with him today, trying to mix it up a little bit. We're going to show you how much expertise Mr. Shooter has in the arena. And we'll start with a little introduction. Mr. Shooter, aka KF6 Shooter, is his registered Appaloosa name. You can see he's an Appaloosa, hard to tell except for a few snowflakes on his hind quarter. So that's how we know he's a registered Appaloosa. We purchased him a few years ago. Look at those cute little snowflakes. Purchased him a few years ago from a wonderful stable called Glenwood, who still helps us with his care, which is so nice. And they check in on him and come visit him lots. So he's a snowflake Appaloosa, mostly bay in color. He will be 22 this year on March 31st. So he is a senior citizen, but we kind of always say, you know, he's 22 going on 12 because he's got lots of energy. He's in really good shape. He's really, really comfy to ride and really loves his job here at Sari. So a couple little facts about him. What's he, about 15.3? So he's one of our taller horses. We have a couple of people saying hello. Aww. Hey, Madeline, and hey, Kevin. Somebody named Appy Spots just joined, so you're going to really like this guy. Aww. Look at his cute little spots. He's got a couple little spots on his neck as well. So 15.3, mostly bay, snowflake Appaloosa. He's got 3 little socks. You can see we've been learning a little bit about markings, and because they don't go past his little fetlocks, they're called socks, not stockings. So he's got 3, 2 on the back and 1 on the front. He wears those bell boots to help him keep his shoes on in the mud, which he loves. He's a big fan of mud. His best friend's Lewis, but this guy's definitely the boss in the herd. He's out front by the road if anybody ever drives by. You see wise old Shooter out there keeping everybody in line. We like that. Hi, buddy. Good boy. And yeah, a couple things about him. Best friend is Lewis for sure. And then, like I said, he keeps everybody else in line. He is absolutely a workaholic. He loves his job very much. So his hobby, he's one of those people who says their hobbies are work, but he also loves to snuggle. He's super affectionate, loves apples. His dream vacation is to go banana boating in the Caribbean. He told us that yesterday. And his favorite song is Best Song Ever by One Direction. So we're going to check out Shooter on the lunge line today. He has lots of energy, so he likes to be lunged. We lunge him probably once a week right now. He gets lunged, and then the other time or two he'll be ridden. He's a very, very enjoyable ride. Really, really comfortable in all of his gaits, walk, trot, canter. Shooter's had a long, awesome life of competing. He started competing actually at age 5. He's done Western, he's done dressage, he's also done some hunter discipline. So he's kind of a jack of all trades. We picked him up a couple years ago when we were looking for a nice big chill dude. And we just really, really lucked out with his gaits. We always want somebody really quiet and smooth for therapeutic riding is the best. So we're just going to watch Shooter in action a little bit. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. We're happy to chat about Shooter or anything Sari related as we watch him go. Notice much energy today as he normally has. We were thinking he would put on a little bit of a show, but he's such a good little dude. So Karen's just asking him to move up a little bit into our canter. Our first lead there was incorrect. So we broke back down to the trot and asked for the correct lead in the canter, where the outside hind leg strikes the ground first, keeps them in balance. Olivia asked if Shooter has any children. Shooter actually does. Shooter has an accidental son from many, many years ago. We were told about his accidental son. Karen, did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Shooter's a dad, and his, I believe his son's name is Gunner. Yeah. So sometimes in the horse world we have fencing issues, and I'm guessing that might have been one of the things that happened. Shooter can no longer be a dad, so we're all good here. Oh, Abby Spot says he has one son. His son will be 18 this year. So Shooter was a young father. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. I also see Abby Spots' profile picture looks a lot like Shooter, so that might be one of Shooter's old owners there. Kaylee Dennison is asking how old Shooter. Shooter's birthday is March 31st. He'll turn 22. So right now he's 21, of course, and he's not showing any signs of slowing down. How many of our horses are in their 20s, Karen? 7? So out of our 19 horses on site, 7 of them are in their 20s. And so, you know, we try and be a little bit conscious of their age. As they grow older, they may need a little bit more maintenance or whatever, but typically, he wants to come in. Typically, we really look for those older, kind of been there, done that, more educated horses. They make really good additions to our program, and Shooter is absolutely one of them. This horse loves his job. He's narrow enough that many riders can ride, and wide enough that nobody feels unsafe. And I think Karen's gonna change direction, or oh, sure, yeah,
We'll change direction.
Sounds good. Oh, okay. This might be the more exciting direction. Okay, sounds good. So we're just watching for anybody joining. Shooter, our guide, 22 years old, is up on the lunge line. Just trying to show you guys some of our sort of training techniques we're using, not only just during our COVID shutdown, but throughout the year. Lunging is a really, really nice way to get horses exercised and responsive to body language and voice commands without the weight of the tack and the rider on the horse's back. It's a really nice way for us to see how the horse is moving, if they're a little stiff, if they're a little off, if there's any kind of irregularities. You can see Shooter's going really quite nicely for an older guy. He's in his early 20s. We just were saying 7 of our 19 horses are in their 20s, so it is definitely something that they tend to slow down after a while. But we do tend to pick horses on the older end of the spectrum, sometimes later in their teens or even 20s. Somebody asked, are we reopening on February 16th if allowed by the Ontario government? So we're going to just wait patiently to see what color restrictions we are in here in London, Middlesex. One of the big things is we need some time to book our schedule. We need some time to bring our volunteers back. So, if the government says we're good to open on the 16th, it won't be that day, but our staff is already kind of planning a bit of an approach to bringing everybody back. The most important thing is that we bring people back safely. So we want to make sure that the horses get worked quite a bit right before they head back into program. We still have some staff laid off that need to come back as well to help us kind of restructure. We need lots of time. We have so many participants to call and contact and book and review our internal COVID protocols. So we're really hopeful that we're going to be in a good place next week to start planning, but it'll be a couple of weeks before we're able to fully open. Good boy, Shu. Does anybody have questions while we wrap up our live today with Shooter? Yeah, he's a nice boy for sure. He's really easy for our volunteers to handle. Our volunteers enjoy working with him, and like I've mentioned a couple of times, he's really comfortable to ride, and he's got all the right buttons that we like to say in the horse world. You just have to push them all at the right time in the right order, and he's pretty fancy. Yeah, we have a live coming up with Ace soon. Milo tomorrow. Ace or Alatar. He's here on loan from a program down near the border, and we really love that little dude. He's one of our newest guys. He's been here a couple years. Not too many people know Ace, but once you get to know him, you really love him. He's pretty special.
You pose for the camera?
So that's Shooter, everybody. I don't see any more questions, but we really appreciate you tuning in and asking the questions that you did. We're certainly excited to bring our riders back as soon as we can, and in the meantime, we'll just keep doing these lives. Feel free to interact with our posts, send us direct messages, ask us questions. We're busy at work staying... You're welcome. He's Shooter's old owner says he was very easy to train. You're welcome. Thank you. But yeah, we're staying busy keeping things going here on the admin team, trying to keep the horses going too, and keep them all moving while we wait for our eventual reopening. So we appreciate everybody's patience. We appreciate everybody's liking and sharing. A couple things coming up, I guess, that might be worth talking about. What are you looking at, buddy? The light comes in the arena funny around this time. Good boy. Just a couple things worth chatting about. We have a little cute Valentine's Day promotion happening right now. If you make a donation by our webpage, making it in honor of somebody, maybe a Valentine, a parent, a child, a friend, whatever. Any donation will send you back a specialized Valentine to send to your loved ones for the weekend. If you're looking for last-minute Valentine's Day gifts, any donation size is appreciated. It all goes to a good cause. So hoping to get a few more Valentines out to share the love this weekend. And otherwise, we have our March challenge coming up. So instead of going bowling, like we usually do, a huge fundraiser, we're hosting a March challenge. So that registration is live on our website, and you can also find it on our Facebook page. You can sign up by yourself, with your family, with your friends. And the challenges are going to come out at the end of the month, actually. I think, I want to say March 1st, or maybe 26th. I can't remember. Anyway, within the next couple of weeks, we'll have those cards out. They're super fun stay-at-home activities. It's pledge-based, so you just kind of have to share in your circles and ask for small donations, and it'll certainly help us meet our fundraising goals for the first couple months here of the year. So we'll give Shooter a pat for the folks at home. You're a good boy. Thank you so much, Karen, for, a little nose boop from Shoo.
Aww.
We love our Shooter. He's a good boy.
He is
Aren't you,
so
Shoo?
good.
There's good lunging, buddy.
He's a superstar at lunging.
He says I'm good at everything.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Bye,
And
everyone.
thank you, Karen. Karen's doing a great job here. You guys, our staff is the best. So we're super appreciative. Send us messages, share the love this Valentine's Day. And we'll see you tomorrow with
Milo and then Tinker and Belle in the afternoon.
Milo in the morning, Tinker and Belle tomorrow.
Yep.
Word on the street is Tinker and Belle are going to be loose in the arena. And it's the funnest. That's not a word. It's the most fun thing to watch those two. Yeah. It will be a show for sure tomorrow with the babies. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.